Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with the For the Love of Crafting and Sharing YouTube hop. And really fun for the month of June, we partnered with the Scraproom, and I'll have all the information in the description box below about the Scraproom and all of the links to the ladies who are participating in this hop. So be sure to check down below for further details about both the videos and the Scraproom. And our challenge was to use one of the many challenges that the Scraproom has for the month of June. And so we were able to look at the challenges that were going to come up for June and pick one to play along with. So I chose to use the sketch that you see up in the top right corner of my video. And for this sketch, I decided to use what I had left over of probably one of my most favorite collections, which was the Cocoa Vanilla Happiness collection. This has to be probably in my top 5 of favorite collections. I absolutely love the colors, and the florals in this collection were just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to use that to build out my layout for today. And I also wanted to mention that if you join the Scraproom Facebook group and mention this hop, you will go into a drawing for a free Flavors of the Month kit. So be sure to hop along and watch all the videos and then go and join that Facebook group, and you will be put into the drawing if you mention that you came to the group from this hop. So definitely something fun. So now you see, as I've been sort of talking about this particular month's theme and this hop, I have gone ahead and cut all of those pattern papers from the Happiness collection, and I have layered them up to match the sketch that you see there. And I stayed for this layout, I stayed really true to the sketch, at least for the layout of the papers. Now, as you will see me go through the rest of this layout, I sort of change where I place my clusters and my title and things like that. And obviously, as you can see right now, I'm only using 2 photos. So I definitely veered away from following the sketch completely, but I absolutely love how this layout came together, and I love how quickly it came together by using the sketch. It did all the work for me of having to think about where to put all my pattern papers, and so that was great. And having that allowed me to then just build out my clusters, and I could follow it. I could have followed it and put my title exactly where it lays it, but that's the fun about using a sketch, is that you can kind of interpret it and take elements from it and then go in your own direction and just have it as part of your inspiration, which is kind of what I did. I love the stack of papers, and so once I got to that point, I kind of did my own thing with my embellishments. Now, everything that I'm using here is from Cocoa Vanilla. I am using lots of the florals and some ephemera pieces. I will say that most of the die cuts that I'm using actually came from the Cocoa Vanilla Facebook group over National Scrapbook Day. They had put out a free cut file or a print file that you could cut and print and cut all of these florals out. So I have both that one as well as some bits and pieces left over from the original Happiness collection from ephemera packs, and all of the butterflies are cut from one of the pattern papers from that particular collection as well. So like I said, everything pretty much except for those black word strips are from Nicole Jones, her one of her cut files or print and cut files on her website, and then apart from that, everything else is from the Happiness collection. Now, sorry about that, my cat decided to come in and take a break on my project for a second. But once I had sort of the idea of where I was putting my clusters down, I did decide that a couple of these papers needed to have a an outline of some sort around them, just to allow them to stand out against all of the other patterns. And it was mostly the ones that just had the white as the main background color. So I went ahead and matted or framed those with just a black pen just to define them a bit more. Now off camera, with those embellishment clusters that you saw me build originally, I did just glue everything down. I did mount some of the florals on some fun foam to give them some dimension, and here I am just going back and adding those back in, and I have the last little bits and pieces and of course my cat again. He was very intent on wanting to lay on top of this project, so I think that's the last time he makes an appearance, so I do apologize. So to finish off, I did feel like this one side of the paper to the left there was feeling a little bit bare, so I did go and put a third embellishment cluster up there just to kind of make it feel like it was connected with the right side of the layout. So I just took some extra florals and some butterflies and one of those little labels and made a small cluster there in the top left. The title for this one comes from that free printable that Coco Vanilla had for National Scrapbooking Day. And so that is my title. It's going to be Home Life. And these are just some pictures that I snapped during this whole sort of quarantine that has been happening to the world. And it's just a picture of my husband is actually in the background sleeping on the couch, and my daughter is playing on the TV. And so this was definitely a normal scene in my house over the last little bit. Once, my kids were doing homeschool, but once that was done for the day, it was often, everybody was kind of just hanging out, relaxing, napping, playing, whatever. And so this was just a picture I snapped of that to kind of document some of the normal routine of life of what this quarantine looks like around home. And with that, I am just going to put the finishing touches on this layout. I added those little epoxy hearts, which I believe were from Doodlebug. And then to finish the layout, I am just going to dot some sequins, just like I would enamel dots, in amongst each of my clusters. And with that, it is going to finish this layout. There will be still photos at the end of the video. And just as a reminder, please be sure to check the links down below to all the other ladies who are participating in the hop, as well as don't forget to check out the Scraproom and join the Facebook group if you would like to be entered in that drawing. So guys, with that, here is the finished layout, and the still photos are coming up. And guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.